Okay, this is going to be a good one. We got the flea. Remember the red hot chili peppers. But we're going to take the word flea and we're going to look at it in Spanish. It's very, very interesting. Watch this.
The words you've mentioned have intriguing etymological roots and associations in Spanish. Let's break down each word and explore why they change so much in meaning and why pulgar is not an AR verb. 1. Pulgar, thumb, etymology. Pulgar comes from the Latin word pollex, pollicis, which means thumb. The Latin root did not have a verb form in this context. When Latin evolved into Spanish, pollex became pulgar. The change from pollex to pulgar is a natural phonetic evolution as Latin evolved into the Romance languages. Why it's not an AR verb. In Spanish, pulgar is a noun, not a verb, despite ending in AR. This ending is coincidental rather than indicative of a verb form. The word pulgar refers to the body part directly and has no inherent verb form in its origin, so it doesn't follow the usual AR verb pattern. 2. Pulga, flea, etymology. Pulga comes from the Latin word pullix, pullicis, meaning flea. Over time, this evolved into pulga in Spanish. The Latin term directly referred to the small parasitic insect and maintained this meaning as it transitioned into Spanish. Why the terminus changes meaning. Although pulgar and pulga sound similar, they come from different Latin roots. The slight phonetic difference, the R in pulgar, leads to different meanings. Words in Spanish and other languages often share similar sounds but diverge in meaning due to their distinct etymological paths. 3. Pulgada, inch, etymology. Pulgada comes from the Latin pollicata, which means measured with the thumb. The word pulgada literally refers to the length of the thumb, as the inch was historically defined as the width of a man's thumb. This connection links pulgar, thumb, with pulgada, inch, since the thumb was often used as a reference for measurements. Meaning change. The terminus ada often indicates a unit of measurement or an action, e.g., cucharada, for a spoonful. Here, pulgada indicates a measurement associated with the thumb, hence its meaning as inch. 4. Pulgus, fleas, also figuratively, fees, meaning ugly, or troublesome, meaning pulgus is simply the plural form of pulga, meaning fleas. Figuratively, pulgus can describe troublesome or irritating things, often in the context of no tenor pulgus, meaning not to put up with nonsense. Why meaning changes. Pulgus does not mean fees directly but may be associated with undesirable traits, e.g., itchy, bothersome, small. The context often drives this figurative use. Summary. The words pulgar, pulga, and pulgada have distinct Latin origins, pollux, pullix, and pollicata, respectively. Their similar sounds are due to phonetic evolutions in Latin-derived words rather than shared meanings. The meanings change based on the suffixes and historical use, not by the word forms themselves. In Spanish, word endings like ar don't always indicate verbs, they can also end nouns. Hence, pulgar is not a verb despite the ar ending.
Okay, now we're going to look at this in Spanish. I'm going to play the same thing in Spanish. And it takes a while for Google Translate to manipulate this text. I don't know why it
Las
doesn't.
palabras que mencionaste tienen raíces etimológicas y asociaciones intrigantes en español. Analicemos cada palabra y exploremos por qué cambian tanto de significado y por qué pulgar no es un verbo terminado en ar. 1. Pulgar. Etimología. Pulgar proviene de la palabra latina pollex, pollicis, que significa pulgar. La raíz latina no tenía una forma verbal en este contexto. Cuando el latín evolucionó al español, pollex se convirtió en pulgar. El cambio de pollex a pulgar es una evolución fonética natural a medida que el latín evolucionó hacia las lenguas romances. ¿Por qué no es un verbo terminado en ar en español? Pulgar es un sustantivo, no un verbo, a pesar de terminar en ar. Esta terminación es una coincidencia más que indica una forma verbal. La palabra pulgar se refiere directamente a la parte del cuerpo y no tiene una forma verbal inherente en su origen, por lo que no sigue el patrón verbal habitual terminado en ar. 2. Pulga. Etimología. Pulga proviene del latín pulex, pulisis, que significa pulga. Con el tiempo, esto evolucionó a pulga en español. El término latino se refería directamente al pequeño insecto parásito y mantuvo este significado a medida que pasaba al español. ¿Por qué el término cambia de significado? Aunque pulgar y pulga suenan similares, provienen de diferentes raíces latinas. La ligera diferencia fonética, la A en pulgar, conduce a diferentes significados. Las palabras en español y otros idiomas a menudo comparten sonidos similares pero divergen en significado debido a sus distintas rutas etimológicas. 3. Pulgada. Etimología. Pulgada proviene del latín pollicata, que significa medido con el pulgar. La palabra pulgada se refiere literalmente a la longitud del pulgar, ya que la pulgada se definía históricamente como el ancho del pulgar de un hombre. Esta conexión vincula pulgar con pulgada, ya que el pulgar se usaba a menudo como referencia para las medidas. Cambio de significado. El término hada a menudo indica una unidad de medida o una acción, cucharada, para una cucharada. Aquí, pulgada indica una medida asociada con el pulgar. De ahí su significado como pulgada. 4. Pulgas, fleas, también figurativamente, feas, que significa feo o problemático. Significado: pulgas es simplemente la forma plural de pulga, que significa pulgas. En sentido figurado, pulgas puede describir cosas problemáticas o irritantes, a menudo en el contexto de no tener pulgas, que significa no aguantar tonterías. ¿Por qué cambia el significado? Pulgas no significa feas directamente, pero puede estar asociado con rasgos indeseables, picazón, molestia, pequeño. El contexto a menudo impulsa este uso figurativo. Resumen, las palabras pulgar, pulga y pulgada tienen orígenes latinos distintos, pollex, pulex y pollicata, respectivamente. Sus sonidos similares se deben a evoluciones fonéticas en palabras derivadas del latín, más que a significados compartidos. Los significados cambian según los sufijos y el uso histórico, no según las formas de las palabras en sí. En español, las terminaciones de palabras como ar no siempre indican verbos, también pueden terminar sustantivos. Por lo tanto, pulgar no es un verbo a pesar de la terminación ar.
Okay, so once again, when someone says to you, "Oh, I'm fully fluent in Spanish," ask them, "Okay, what is a pluga?" Now, is it the guy that's at the start of this video that's in the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Is that a pulga? Is it a pulga when you go to a flea market and buy something? Is it a pulgada? You know, a measurement with the thumb. Is it a plugad, a pulgad, which is the thumb? I mean, which one is it? See? And these little complexities always rise. Now, here's something that's interesting. Fail and flee. Fail and flee. Okay, probably in the Indo-European sense, and I'll check it, fail and flee are the exact same words. See how this gets interesting? It's, you know, over the last at least 40,000 years, it's obvious that, you know, there's only like 3 languages that are really spoken, and everything else is like a derivative, a derivation, a spin, a twist on those 3 languages. Chinese, some language that was spoken in Southeast Africa that spread from Madagascar and spread across the Pacific all the way to Peru, and then the Indo-European languages. Okay, so basically everyone is speaking one of 3 languages. That's just the way the world works. They just all appear to be different. But flee and fail and fail appear to be, from what's going on, the exact same word. So I can see how you can say, okay, tu eres lugar, tu es un pluga. I can see how they can say tu eres un pluga. You know, tu tienes cualidades de la pluga. I can see how that means ugly. I can see exactly fea, pluga, play it, fea, flee, ugly. I can see how all of that can all be combined.